We're canola, wheat and barley is sort of what we grow here, and summer cropping as well, so corn over summer. We're a continuous cropping business. Sort of the last couple of years we've got some definite levels of ryegrass resistance, and that's becoming more prevalent, and wild oats. In canola we've sort of always traditionally gone with Trife and Avedex, and then come back, with some clethodim post later on, even with glyphosate before harvest to try and stop seed set. There was a shortage of propizamide, so we tried Tennant and we were really happy with the results. The thing we liked about it, it can go on either pre or post. So you've got that option, obviously a lesser rate post, and it mixes quite well too. So it can be mixed with Treflan and spray top, and it mixes and carries quite well. So our canola program this season has predominantly been a double knock early on before sowing with a gramoxone early, and then pre-sowing we've gone with Trife, Avedex and some Roundup for that double knock, and then we've come back post with some clethodim and Tennant.
The Tennant that we used here in that early post-em space sort of went on around about that 3-leaf stage. We're essentially chasing the small ryegrass and some wild oats that were coming through in the furrow. Our IBS treatment had worked quite well because it was a fairly favourable autumn, and we were really encouraged by what we saw.
We noticed quite a few escapes post, so we went with 750ml of Tennant with clethodim. We found that we were getting a bit of clethodim resistance, so coming back with Tennant sort of cleaned up any of those escapes that the cleth wasn't doing. So one thing we noticed was that the Tennant, it really did stop a lot of those wet weeds, given we had a really wet spring. The results speak for themselves. Our paddocks are quite clean after those applications. We run a Patriot sprayer with pulse width modulation, so we can sort of aim for that medium to coarse droplet size. Our system seemed to work quite well. We didn't see any effect on the crop. We think that Tennant will be a key tool in the toolbox, to help us with the resistance, longevity, whether it's pre or post. We sort of do a plan at the start of the season, and we'll work out any issues with paddocks. There is a bit of resistance from other chemicals, whereas Tennant's a new tool, and I think it will hopefully add some longevity to the other chemicals going forward.